Hello, welcome to this week's ITL. Yeah, I'm doing on the phone today. See, we're outside enjoying the day. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I got the generator about 20-25 feet away from me. I know the Map Man asked about it, how loud they were, and I mean, I'll tell you, for a 2-cycle generator, it's not that loud. It's not that loud. Could be a teeny bit quieter for a 4-cycle, but I mean, it's very, very, very acceptable. It does have a 25-hour break-in period, where they say not to run any more than, what was it, like 300 watt capacity used out of it. 25 hours is quite a long time, but I can understand it. Right now, it's running. It's doing this break-in run. Now, the reason why I didn't start it up whenever I unboxed it, and that was I lost video for one thing, was because I just wanted to start it for a few seconds just to make sure it ran, because I wanted an hour meter on it, and I had an hour meter ordered for it. I got it in just earlier this week, I believe it was, or into last week. Can't remember exactly when it was, but anyway, I installed it on. It was an easy install. If anybody has any questions about how to install an hour meter on one of these, I can show you how mine's installed and explain to you. It's easy. It's easy as can be. But it's running. It's on only a couple hours so far. But I'm just letting it idle for now. For the first tank, it's 5 hours per tank. That's a gallon tank. It'll do good. Just let it idle. Let it break in. It is 51 mixture for oil, and they recommend using 87 octane fuel for it. Basically, what they want you to do is buy the ethanol-free over-the-counter stuff, which I would recommend if you can do it. If you have the money for it, go for it. It's some ching there. I've never had problems using the ethanol fuel with the stabilizers and everything else I put in it to run in my weed whacker and stuff. It's 2-cycle, so I've had them for many years. Just make sure your oil to fuel mixture is okay, and you got your stabilizers in. Make sure it's like as fresh as you can make it. I have never had any problems with it. Is it the best stuff to run? No, far from it. But it's doing good. It's doing good for a little 900 watt peak generator. It's doing good. Yeah, I'm not expecting stable power out of it. I mean, it's going to have fluctuations in it because it's a cheap generator. Face it, it's a cheap generator. But it'll be do fine for running a refrigerator, or home freezer, something like that. Normal size. Some lighting, LED lighting, will be fine. I could even put a smoother in line of it and run my TV and radio if I wanted to with my internet. Not all at once, but I can run them. Just saying, I mean, is it big enough for my furnace? No. Actually, if there's enough wattage there on a run time, it's the startup time that kills it. So down the road, it'd probably get a little bit bigger brother for that one. But this thing here will do fine for most of my wants and needs. Will it run an air conditioner? No. Gets too hot, I'll get in the SUV and start the engine. But I mean, is it a total? Am I going to live until off the grid with this? I'm not planning on it. We're just going to use it whenever we get power outages, just to keep us comfortable a little bit. Now let's switch over to giving you a little bit of information on the antenna, my homebrew antenna for a ham radio. It's up on my house, and I'll go ahead and post a picture of it when I take it. It's not bad looking. It's not really that noticeable, really. I mean, from the front, you won't see it at all because it's in the back of my house. I'll give you a downfall that I found out about it. When the wind blows around here a little bit, especially in the nighttime, it howls. This there's arrays on it, the beams on it. They whistle, they howl. But I mean, it's nothing, no big deal. Distance with it. Distance, that's a positive. My furthest distance has been through repeater, remember. So, distance is variable on that. But through a repeater, I was hitting about 50, well, it was a little over 51, 52 miles out. That was the furthest repeater that I had to program into my little radio, which was that QYT radio. Yeah, I got the program and the cable, the patch cord for the PC. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to program for routers, repeaters further out. I know I can get further out because I was hitting them hard, I was hitting them clear. And I found out it doesn't really, with that setup hanging off my house just the way it is, didn't really make it directional like I thought it would. I thought it was going to knock me out from my west direction. And actually, I'm hitting repeaters out west. There's no way I could hit it with my little handheld. Yeah, a lot more wattage. You're talking 20, 25 watts, 15 at least. And, right now I'm running at 20 watts right around. And I'll explain to you really quick why. But yeah, that's just from my QIT with that homebrewed antenna. It's working good. Next step is to get a tri-band antenna made. We got to do a little bit of thinking on that one. I want a tri-band antenna made for it so I can work all bands with that little QIT, the 8900R, since KT 8900R. It does really good. It does really good. The cooling fan on the back end of it did kick on a couple times with me while I was talking for a long period of time, keying up. I did run into some problems, though. That was just the people and repeaters, or lack of people, maybe. But the little, I'm only running at 20 watts because I found out, it needs 13.7 watts, 12 watts. It's only putting out 13. The little AC adapter is only putting 11.7 watts out, which is cutting me down to about 200 watts of power being put out. 20 watts of power, sorry. 20 watts of power being put out. That is, it limits me, but this is a big upgrade to what I'm used to. Whenever I hook it up to the SUV, whenever I get antenna for the SUV, it'll be a good, nice step up. Now, I covered that. I covered the unit. Oh, the program that I had ordered for the QIT, it's Windows 7 and up. It would not work on my Linux machine with the Linux on it, with the wine. Would not work with it, no matter what I did. So what I ended up doing is I had a old Hewlett Packard, which Gopher Rider would know this machine, and I had I had a hard drive that came out of it because I swapped hard drives after I got it. It was used, and I ended up the hard drive had Windows 7 Professional on it, so I just popped that back into the machine and installed it. The program for it, I can't remember the exact name, was made up for it. It doesn't matter. It reminds you a little bit of Chirp, but it's like a cut down, bare bones Chirp. Even the repeater, you can go up on and get the settings for the repeaters off the repeater handbook and download it. But there's certain things on it I have to program it. Like I like to know a radio, weather stations programmed in also. That way, if I want to hear, I can just hit them and listen to them for weather and stuff, and it doesn't pick it up. I could program this in manually through the program. It's not a big deal. I can even do it manually through just not use the program. But it would just been nicer and easier to have it. That tells you that, I got I got things up and running, working good around here. Everything's working like I had planned to of it. But I had to do a couple small things to make it do it. Now, for a while, I mean, for those viewers, those subscribers that know me from the past, I do have a security camera system on my property due to the riffraff in my area. It was down for a few months. The homebrew PC that I had went down. Not really repairable, not worth repairing. So I looked into getting one of those unit deals where it's all one unit. Just hook your monitor up because you work through it with a mouse and everything. And it had 4 cameras came with it. I hooked it into my existing cameras. The one after I went through a little game getting a system. A few of my subscribers know what I'm talking about. But I did get a system. Hooked it into my cameras. My cameras are only 960p. They're very, very limited compared to what cameras came with. Came with 4 cameras that were 1080p, and boy, they look nice. I still got to install some to the inside the garage here. I want to install more into there and on the back of the garage. And this is going to be Fort Mike. But that's why it's got to be with these hoodlums around here. And to make sure that I got, an eye on people taking anything if they want to take or break it in anything. Yeah, life with hoodlums. But yeah. Oh, I do have on order a small electric brush chipper. It's coming in here in a couple of weeks to help me basically clean up the brush around here. I mean, working on the farm, it's a tough one, I'll tell you. Got to keep the ranch all cleaned up and looking nice, Even though it's in town, it's a postage stamp lot. Still, it's the brush around here is tremendous. And it's because of what normally you see over here. I removed all that. It's the Rose of Sharon. But yeah, everything's coming together. I whooped myself pretty bad putting the grill together, which is a 4-in-1 grill. Yeah, it was tough. There had been over 400 screws in that thing. But yeah, anyway, enough of my jabbering. This is Buzz Mike. Hope you all have a great week. Signing out.